The 25th current affair. Here is Seva Tirth. What it means? It is uh, this term. It is referred to the Prime Minister's new office complex. Why it was in use? Because its construction is inspired from the Channakeshava temple. The Channakeshava temple, where it is located? It is located in Beluru, Karnataka. It is located on the banks of the river Agachi. And this temple, it is added to the UNESCO World Heritage List, and the title given to is Sacred Ensembles of Hoysalas. The other thing is about this is it reflects Hoysala architecture and built using chloritic schist. The 26th current affair. Here I will explain you about the two individuals. The first comes Sir Edwin Lutyens. He was an architect. Most of the new government offices in New Delhi, office complexes in New Delhi, are the results of his designs. And the central part of the Delhi, central part of the Delhi is also known as Lutyens Delhi. And Kartavya Path, which was also known as Kingsway in the British India, and the Rashtrapati Bhavan, which was also known as Viceroy's Palace in British India, are the results of his designs. He designed it with Herbert Baker. And the next individual is C. Rajagopalachari. He was an administrator, statesman, and a freedom fighter. He was the first Governor General and the last Governor General of independent India. He was Prime Minister of Madras in 1937 and also served as the Governor of West Bengal. In 1954, he has received Bharat Ratna Award. In 1958, he has received Sahitya Academy Awards. For his work Chakravati Tirumagan. And why they were news? Because the statue which is in Parliament, the Prime Minister has announced that the statue of Edwin Lutyens, it is gonna replaced by C. Rajagopalachari. Here one more point. The C. Rajagopalachari was also known as Rajaji. The 27th current affair. Here there are two terms. The first one is biosimilars and the second one is biologics. What it means? Here, first I will explain you the term biosimilars. Biosimilars. It means think if there is a company A, it prepares a biological drug and makes a patent of it, and when the patent will expire, the other company B, it will make the similar biological drug. It is known as biosimilars. And the second term is biologics, means it's a preparation of medicines by using living things such as plant cell, microorganisms, and animal cells. Now, why it was in news? Why they were in news is because in the union budget there is allocation of 10,000 crore for the biotechnology sector. That's why they were in news. The next comes the 28th current affair. In this, the thing is how the AI is taking role in the healthcare. Here, the first one, strategy for AI in healthcare for India and both. These two will help in the healthcare infrastructure and inclusive health facilities. And both it is developed by IIT Kanpur and National Health Agency. That's why they were in news. The next one, the 29th current affair. Here, 29th current affair, high altitude pseudo satellite. What it means? It's a pseudo satellite which will fly in the air about 18 to 20 kilometers in a stratosphere, and they can stay there for days, months, and years by using solar energy and battery. And they will help in the surveillance, disaster management, military surveillance. And why they were in news? Because they have received acceptance of necessity from they have received acceptance of necessity in airship based high altitude they have received acceptance of necessity in airships from the Department of from the Defense Acquisition Council. That's why they were in news. And the next one, 30th one, Tigris and Chospes River. Where are they? They come in Iraq and Iran border, right? In the desert of Iraq, there is here near to it, there is a discovery of the lost city. Its name is Charax Specinio. The 31st current affair, carbon capture and storage. What this system do? It will capture the carbon and it will store. But the thing is, here for the new technology, carbon capture and storage, it captures the carbon and stores, but to use it and make a useful gases and energy production from it and fuels from it, the union budget, it has it has allocated 20,000 crore for carbon capture and utilization technologies for the year 2026 and 27. And India AI Impact Summit 2026, where it was held. It was held in New Delhi, Bharat Mandapam. There, the thing is, Manav Vision. It was launched. What this Manav Vision means using AI with ethically under certain rules and regulations under the system. Here, Mana, it means the full form of Manav Vision. M for moral, A for accountable, and N for nation sovereignty, and A for accessible and inclusive, and V for valid and legitimate system. The 33 current affair tribunals. Sorry. See, these are established by the law to solve the disputes. These are constitutional body under these are established under 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, and through this act, Article 323B and Article 323A was added, and a new part 14A was also added. And why they were in use? Because Supreme Court, it has held tribunals responsible for their responsible in for the errors caused in employment, that's why they were in use. The 34th current affair, March 3, what it means. On On this day, there was total lunar eclipse. Stay the moon, it will turn reddish, and it was known as, that day it was known as blood moon. It is also called as blood moon. The 35th current affair. Portulans Institute. See, based on four pillars, it evaluates network readiness. And this Portulans Institute, it's a independent institute. It is located in Washington DC, and it has released the Network Readiness Index report 2025. In that, India ranked 45th. And how it evaluates? It evaluates on the four pillars, that is impact, people, governance, and technology. The 36th current affair. National Large Optical National Large Optical Near Infrared Telescope. And the next, it is located at Hanle, Ladakh. And the National Large Solar Telescope, it is located in the Merak region of Ladakh. Because in it has been announced that to set up these both gonna establish there. The first one is National Optical Near Infrared Telescope and a National Large Solar Telescope. This is gonna be established there. The 37th current affair. Sarvam Artificial Intelligence. It has launched Vikram, Sarvam 30 and Sarvam 105B. Sarvam 30 and Sarvam 105B. This will help individuals to build their program applications using their knowledge. The 37th current affair. Artificial Limbs Manufacturing Corporation of India. It has established under this through this the establishment of Pradhana Mantri Divyash Kendras were taken, and here the two yojanas. The first one is Divang Sahara Yojana and Divyang Jan Kaushal Yojana. For this two, in the union budget, there is allocation of 200 crore for the year 2026 to 27, and for there is 100 crore allocation for Divyang Sahara Yojana. Here the Divyang Jan Kaushal Yojana, it means it is to help the Divyang people to lead dignified life, and by developing their skill and helping them to improve their skill. The next one, we will talk about Pakistan and China. We'll talk about their relation in the space sector. Space Upper Atmosphere Research Commission. It's the space agency of Pakistan. With assistance from China, it has launched second Earth observation satellite for the study of low Earth orbit. The relation between Pakistan and China, the space sector is increasing. The 39th current affair, Hong Kong. Between United Kingdom and China in 1997, an agreement was signed. According to that agreement, Hong Kong will be given independence of expression and to express itself in a political field, and more liberty, more freedom to the people there. But here what happened is in June 2020, China's Communist Party, it brought national security law in June 2020, where the freedom and the expression and the freedom to express and their rights were restricted. And this UK and China agreement, it was like a one country two system framework. One country two systems framework, but it is violated by National Security Law June 2020. Here the more CCP, not CJP, uh, Communist China's Communist Party, it is trying to centralize its power in the Hong Kong. The next one, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. It was in news in the month of January also. I have explained you in my previous class. Here they have launched a portal, PIAMANA. Its full form is Project Assessment, Infrastructure Monitoring, Analytics for Nation Building. Here it will monitor the projects which are of 150 crore and above. The 41 current affair. By 89th Constitutional Amendment Act 2003, National Commission for Scheduled Tribes was established, right? First, the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes and National Commission for Scheduled Castes were one, but they got separate. They were made separate and came into force on 19th Feb 2004. The National Commission for Scheduled Tribes, it will come under the Article 338A, and the tenure of the members is for 3 years. Why it was in news? Because its 23rd Foundation Day was celebrated at New Delhi. The 42nd current affair. Sweden India Technology Artificial Intelligence Corridor. To increase the collaboration and work culture and cooperation in AI between India and Sweden, they both have signed the statement of intent. Both countries have signed statement of intent. The 43rd current affair. The next one, Here the term trade, the 43rd current affair, the term trade deficit, what it means. Here, see, if there is a country, it is making imports and exports. The cost of imports is high than the cost of export. It is called trade deficit. Why it was in news? Because the USA, to reduce the trade deficit, has signed the agreement with India, and based on a reciprocal tariff policy, the the percent will be reduced to 18% from 50%. In Karnataka, in Shimoga district, in Bilwani village, the historians, they have discovered the 13th century hero stones. These hero stones they are called hero stones because they will showcase the courage of the kings and tell the social rules to the people. To tell the social rules to the people, they were therefore called as hero stones. The 45th current affair. In this, there is a case, Jane Kaushik versus Union of India 2025. Okay, sorry. First, I will explain you the National Legal Service Authority versus Union of India. In this, in this case, Supreme Court declared the trans woman as a third gender. And in Jane Kaushik versus Union of India 2025, it was told that okay, by under the Jane Kaushik versus Union of India, Supreme Court has declared to form a committee to look after the discrimination of trans women in the workplace. And for this judgment, the Article 21 and Article 14 and Article 19 and Article 15 are aligned. Then what is Article 21? It says every individual has the right to life, and Article 14 says everyone are equal. No one should be discriminated before the law. No one should be discriminated based on their race, religion, caste, color, and gender. Article 19, it says that what Article 19 says? It says every individual has to express their gender identity and live with that identity, has the right for the gender identity. And Article 15, it says no one should be discriminated based on their religion, caste, sex, race, and color. That's why it was in news. And the next comes the 46th current affair, Raman effect. What is Raman effect? It was proposed by C.V. Raman, right? In that he concluded that light passes through, when the light is passing through a transparent material, it will get scattered, and when the light when it will get scattered, and this and there will be, so when the light get scattered, there will be change in the wavelength. The wavelength changes. So when he discovered it on 28th Feb, so 1928, and every year 28th Feb is observed as National Science Day. And in 1954 he has received Bharata Ratna Award. The 47th current affair, okay, aspirational districts and aspirational block. These two, they are programs. These two are programs. The aspirational districts, it was launched in the year 2018, and aspirational blocks, it was launched in the year 2023. To accelerate these programs, Niti Aayog it has launched 3 months campaign. From 28th January to 14th April, and this campaign is known as Sampurnata Abhiyan 2.0. Okay. Chikkaviraya TN. He's from Karnataka, and he has started an initiative. Its name is Leave the Mobile, Hold the Books. And this initiative is taken across the state, Karnataka state, by the government. It is to encourage the students to leave the mobile and get involved themselves in the productive activities like sports, arts, cultural events. This it has first started in the Bannikoppa village of Ramanagara Taluku, and